Hey, this is just Ben on the front end, here to tell you to give the podcast a rating if you don't mind, and follow it or subscribe to it on whatever you're listening to this on. If you want to send us an email, we'll read it and maybe talk about it on the show. It's deadensigns@gmail.com, and we got a Twitter. Anyway, if you could do all that, please. That'd be really nice. Bye, enjoy the show.
Simon & Schuster AudioWorks presents Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Cognitive delay.
Yeah, you know, all the microplastic is going to do this eventually to all of us.
That's why I'm eating it now.
Oh yeah, just daily dose.
You get through it now. While you still can.
Yeah, Stu purposely goes out and buys the cereal. Oops, it's all microplastic.
I can't believe it's not microplastics.
Yeah, spread it on toast. It's good.
Yeah, spreadable. It's spreadable too.
It's like an icing sugar, so if you like mix it with water, it becomes like a nice thick goop. You'd spread it on a cake.
That sounds good.
A muffin or something.
Like a microplastics and J sandwich.
Yeah,
exactly.
MP
and J. Microplastic on microplastic sandwich.
You really want to get it going now, as opposed to when you're older and your organs won't be able to take it. You know, build
it's like
up
Venom.
the tolerance now.
Is that what you're saying? It's like Venom.
It's like the movie Venom.
Everything really boils down to
the
movie
symbiote
Venom.
Now. Yeah. Exactly.
But yeah.
Do you think you would take the Venom symbiote?
I would. Yeah. It gives me like a friend that I can talk to. He's like, oh, cool.
He
Not
seems
annoying
pretty
at
chill.
all. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It makes you eat raw fish, I think, in the movie. You eat raw fish at one point.
Doesn't he just eat anything?
Yeah, I think
the fucking symbiote.
Yeah.
They say you are what you eat.
Mm-hmm. Makes you have a weird accent too. He's like, he just goes like,
Hey man,
I
I'm
got a
busy, if you don't
parasite.
mind. Thank you. Sorry.
Well,
that was Venom.
Yeah.
that was Venom.
What you doing, Stu?
That was Venom.
You can just cut that door slam out. That's fine.
Yeah.
Well,
Fine.
you don't want to if you draw too much attention to it. Like, if we keep talking about it, it just further cements
about
the fact
what?
that it needs to be in there. Exactly, see?
The Stu regime has decided that nothing like that happened.
Nothing ever happens.
Yeah, you type into Google, did the door slam in this episode of Dead Ensigns, and nothing comes up for some reason. All of it is
Like the Berenstein Bears.
Yeah, exactly. You know, is that what episode they had about slamming doors?
No, a Mandela effect.
Yeah, it's like a Mandela
He's
effect.
talking about the Mandela effect. You know, the thing that people make up in their mind.
What do they?
You know, thing. Yes.
Yeah.
What do they?
Have you ever had a Mandela effect, Stu? Can you attest to the Mandela effect?
Yeah, I feel like I swear this door slammed, but when I'm looking back through the podcast, I didn't hear anything. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm totally going to
Suspicious.
edit it out. Absolutely.
I remember 9/11 failing.
What do you
It's
mean
like
by
a big
failing? What do you mean,
they
like-
missed?
Oh,
They missed
okay,
they missed
alright.
the tower. They were
Oh,
like they steered too far to the left,
yeah.
and then the other one was like, "Oh fuck," and they just kind of turned around.
It's a crazy thing.
You guys don't remember that?
No, I remember them flying into the Statue of Liberty. That's what I remember.
That's
them
stupid.
they had to rebuild it. They had to rebuild the Statue of Liberty, update it to give it like, you know, bit scampier, like, you know, clad less of like, you know,
Showing
bigger
more
breasts.
skin.
Yeah, showing more skin.
Maybe it's more of a short skirt instead of a robe.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Some
I
booty
Update
shorts.
like
a little.
it. I like it.
That'd be nice.
Update it a little bit for like the early 2000s. She has a flip phone in her hand instead of
Dude, that would be ideal. Instead of like a
sidekick.
book.
yeah.
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah.
Wish we could get some cosmetic DLCs for the damn Statue of Liberty.
Yeah,
everyone
we should be able to add like a a guy statue who's like sucking her toes or something
Yeah, that'd be kind of fun.
for all the fruits out there.
If France gave us the Statue of Liberty, who would provide the foot fetish statue?
Yeah,
I don't know why. I want to say
China probably.
I want to say Sweden.
Some Chinese factory would be probably manufacturing the rest of the add-ons onto the Statue of
just like
Liberty.
I would
like
say
Dark Tide.
Sweden. What if it was like an augmented reality thing where it's like you could have your own personal version of the landmark you look at, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like a Neuralink kind of
Use
thing.
microcurrency, premium currency to buy like a hat for the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah.
And then when you look at it,
Yeah, exactly. But would you have to like? Would it be run by the government, like the microtransactions, or would it be
No.
run by like a? Okay.
no, this
And
is
in the
like
West
a
it
private
would.
thing.
Yeah.
Oh, in
This doesn't have anything to do with the government. Why would
Okay.
it?
This is just like
Uh,
some company that does
Yeah,
this.
this is just like
okay.
This is like a startup in San Francisco.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
You download the app, you hook it up to your Apple Vision Pro, and then when you
Except-
look at like
Except
Statue of
allow
Liberty.
for all the permissions to your messages, video, you
of
know.
course, it's
calendar.
necessary. It's
Why does this
required.
feel
It's
like a
required.
bad Black Mirror episode? Sorry, why does this feel like a Black Mirror episode?
Hey-o. They are mostly bad now, aren't they?
Yeah, but you know,
Majority, the average episode is like down on rating.
Whoa, all these landmarks, I can't turn it off.
Yeah. It's like everybody it taints the history of the landmark. People realize that like
It's about misinformation. The ending of the episode is a kid. He's in school. He's looking at a history textbook about the Arc de Triomphe,
yeah.
and he's like, "Why isn't it glowing RGB?" And the teacher looks at him and it's like, "We've fucked up the children with technology.
Is that
Time
what
to kill ourselves."
Is that what the teacher says to the kid?
Yes.
Fuck.
Yeah,
She says it
she
to
looks at the
herself.
camera.
Oh
Directly.
yeah, God.
She says it to herself like Mark Wahlberg in The Happening.
Uh-huh.
Why don't
Yeah,
someone
it's
give
kinda-
her a
it's just-
goddamn second?
Yeah.
Just
Give me a
something she
goddamn
kind of
second,
says
just-
to herself so that the viewers also know that it's bad.
Yeah. Kid.
Yeah.
Give me a goddamn let me think. Kid, just let me think. What?
Give me a second.
Let me think. Goddamn.
Why won't anyone give me a goddamn second?
It's a good movie, man.
Yeah.
Why? I'd love to see like the Arc de Triomphe as like the Krusty Krab or something. That'd be kind of big.
Yeah.
You can soon. I feel like if you bring this out, it will get at least some money, and then you flip it, and then you just leave.
You guys don't realize because there's an like you guys don't. You have to add like a dark undertone. The idea of it, like it does that, right? You see why doesn't it have RGB on it? But then he flips the page, and it realized slavery never existed because the goggles now also alter things you don't even know about that they're altered. So there's nothing in the slavery page.
They hide things, uncomfortable truths.
Yeah, it's like old
Exactly.
history book, just like vision, where it's just like nothing bad happened.
Yeah, exactly.
There were no
It's like,
famines.
damn, the little fun thing we all put use. It turns out it's actually
Evil.
silencing us and
Yeah.
stopping us from learning the truth.
It live modifies ChatGPT live modifies the text you see.
Yeah,
As you're reading it,
exactly.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
that'd be cool. I thought honestly, why not? Honestly,
We'll get we'll get like a heavy machine learning like AI episode next
Yeah.
season. I'm sure they're probably already done
Of
filming
Dead
that
Ensigns
episode.
or-
but we already did
Oh.
that in Discovery. Oh, sorry.
No,
in Discovery
of
there
fucking
was
Black Mirror.
Oh, Black Mirror. I mean,
Why
like
are we
in-
fucking talking about Discovery in
because
this show? We were
because
talking about
next
Black
month,
Mirror.
I was thinking about next month for some reason, and that's when
You were just,
Discovery's
well,
starting.
but you don't understand. I was thinking of something entirely unrelated.
You
Yeah,
understand,
exactly.
Ben?
You don't understand. Yo, I'm not in the wrong here. I was
Yeah, you
thinking
don't
of something
understand.
else entirely.
I would just like to say in conclusion, I have my goggles on. Slavery never happened, and the door never slammed. Max, edit that out.
All right, yeah. Welcome to Dead Ensigns. I guess it's the number one podcast where
favorite
nothing.
podcast.
I guess we can reuse that bit, or you know,
Well, it's not a reused bit. It's the new.
it's just a new constant.
Is the new catchphrase. Yeah, that's what we
Okay.
decided when we said we were God's favorite podcast.
Okay, yeah.
We've decided that is the truth.
Would you
Which
say,
god?
Stu? Oh,
Any one of them.
and yeah,
Whatever one you support, viewer.
yeah,
Listener.
yeah, exactly. It's all about just the audience. Is any god. We want to have as big as an audience as possible. So just by picking a singular god, we alienate all the other gods, and we won't get downloads from them, and that's the opposite of what we want, right?
Yeah, you can't have official podcast of name a god.
Yeah.
Protestant Jesus.
Protestant.
Because then we're just setting ourselves up for the Catholic Jesus to be like, hold on.
Yeah.
I don't
About me.
endorse Dead Ensigns.
Yeah.
So if you have a god, chances are he probably likes our shit. And you should too. I'm Ben. This is Max, and with us
It's
today
me.
is Stu.
Howdy.
Been on a couple episodes now, number 3.
Number 3. I
No
think,
specific
right?
reason this week, just kind of like, why not?
Yeah,
Yeah, why not?
it happens. Yeah.
It happens sometimes, You're hanging out on the weekend, and you're like, want to be on, and you're like, sure.
Mm-hmm.
And now here we are.
Can I ask you guys a Star Trek related question? I know this might be a bit out of your wheelhouse.
Yeah.
On the subject of God, do they have like God in Star Trek?
Bajorans are very religious.
Bajorans are very religious, and their gods are real.
Yeah.
They're like,
That's cut that out. Edit that. Okay, sorry.
no, I mean in the context of the show, their
Yeah.
gods are real, like they're
Yeah.
literal.
So you're implying the other gods in the show aren't real?
I'm not implying they're not real. I'm just saying
What do you mean,
that they're the only ones that have been given hard
actively-
evidence that they are.
Yeah.
real.
Actively showed up, and which movie is it where they go to the center of the earth and there's God there, and he's like, I want
that is
your
Star
ship.
Trek 5. That's Star Trek 5.
Exactly.
So,
And that God just wants a ship. Very simple God to please.
yeah.
I love. Nobody
He
wants
was
to
like,
give
hey,
them one.
give me your ship. And they're like, sure thing, except for Kirk. We've been over this. Kirk is like, wait, why do you need our ship? Aren't you God? And he's like, yes, but I need it. He's like, well, if you're God, you don't need our ship. And he's like, listen, buddy.
Listen here.
pal.
Shoots lasers out of eyes at Kirk. Yeah.
That's a smart
Pretty
guy.
much.
It's great. It's great.
But to answer your questions, too, there's lots of different gods in that universe.
Yeah, like in Voyager, we told you about the episode where the ship is in the orbit, and they're like, "This is our god now."
Yeah. There's an
so they
episode
become
of
God.
Voyager where Neelix is talking about his religion, about how after you die, you wake up in like a grove and your family is there and stuff, and it's lovely and beautiful. But he dies for like a few minutes, and when he wakes up, he's like, "That wasn't a grove.
There was nothing. There was just
There
blackness.
was nothing. I just died, and there was nothing. There was an absolute nothingness.
That was just a
when I came
test.
back."
It's just
And then the rest of the episode is him being like, I should just kill myself. There's nothing. There's nothing
Yeah.
after this for me.
Mm-hmm.
Why even
Yeah.
bother continuing?
Yeah.
I
But,
just want
He
to.
gets over it.
I want to
Yeah.
point out for all listeners that I don't really know much about Star Trek. I haven't really watched it, apart from
What
the
you
ones I've watched of you guys. Just in case
Yeah.
I ask questions, they're like, he doesn't know that Q isn't actually a god. He's a hyperdimensional, time-based quark or something. I don't know.
I don't think he's even time-based, honestly.
Although, has anybody ever made that connection? Because Quark does start with a Q.
Yeah, honestly.
Stu's,
And he is
Stu's
just
coming
kind of
here
like
as the unenlightened, the ignorant, that opens our own eyes to something that's like right
Yeah.
in front of us the whole
Yeah.
time.
We're
But we
blind.
just never make the connection because we know too much. We can't possibly think
yeah.
in that direction. Then you present it to us and we're like, hold on.
Yeah.
Q, Quark.
Mm-hmm.
Our brains are like huge libraries of Alexandria, right?
Mhm.
While Stu's is just like a magazine rack in a waiting room, and he's
A
like,
half-empty one.
yeah, but you
Yeah.
pick up a magazine and you're like, this is actually interesting.
10 ways to please your man. Wow. I
That
never
magazine
thought about
getting
that.
a lot of title drops this weekend.
Yeah,
It's a fun thing to say.
It's a
But
fun one.
it is. But another thing that we hung out on the weekend and we forced Stu to watch a bunch of episodes of Star Trek.
Yeah, and we'll
Kind of
discuss
not. We
them.
tricked him more than anything.
We'll discuss
I
some
think.
great episodes. Here's what you have to look forward to, listener. We made him watch We made him watch that one. Duet. There we go. He watched Duet. He watched the one where Voyager, where they go warp 10. He watched a random episode of Picard season 2, which
Threshold.
Threshold was the warp 10 one. Random episode of Picard season 2 that I can't remember which one. We watched.
Nothing happened in that episode.
And
I'm struggling
we
to
watched
remember
Little
what happened
Green
in it.
Men.
Yeah,
That was a fun one.
Yeah,
Great
Green
selection of episodes.
And they
Lot of-
weren't
lot
even
of-
green. They weren't even green in that
A
episode.
bit of DS9, a bit of Picard, a bit of
Voyager.
Voyager. Yes,
Voyager.
thank
No
you.
TNG for Stu.
No.
No TNG. You got to go on that journey yourself if you feel
Yeah.
like it.
Exactly. I'll just watch DS9.
I will admit, I watched some really good episodes under these guys' recommendations, and they were good. And I want to watch some more. I watched some bad ones that maybe don't want to watch certain things.
This is the thing you don't understand, Stu, okay? You're too prestige TV pilled nowadays.
Yeah.
You're like the kind of person who's like, oh, if it's not 8 episodes and they're an hour and a half each, I don't want to see it. I need it all to be of consistently mediocre quality.
What?
Incorrect. You need that
What?
general average of the season to be like a 7 out of 10,
Yeah.
but it's made up entirely of like 12 9s and 12 3s.
Mm-hmm.
You don't understand that that's like soup. That's nourishment for your soul, for your spirit.
Yeah.
That's power,
He's making you into a person now. He's molding you.
I don't like that Ben called me prestige TV pilled. I feel...
I'm not saying. I know I'm not molding you. I'm saying that you have been too molded by the executives of today. They'll look at it and go, every TV show needs to be one long movie.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying you need to nourish yourself on the old crap it was good for a reason, and that reason was that it was inconsistent in quality. It allowed you to stretch your brain out. It allowed you to like mold your brain and think and feel and consider things. Why was this episode weaker than the last one? Why was this one way better? Why does Cisco have a beard and no hair now? Huh?
And then you find
Where'd
out
that
and you're
come
like,
from?
oh.
And I'm
You
like,
find
oh.
out and you're like, I see.
I much
I
preferred
see.
him bald and with the goatee for no particular reason.
He looks sick with the goatee, man.
Yeah, he does.
I feel like I can
so
relate
cool.
to him more with the goatee and the bald head.
I wonder why.
Yeah, I can't figure it out, but something about it.
Something. Well, hopefully you'll watch some more TV of that era. Star Trek's a good example of that.
Yeah.
And you'll come away thinking, we need to go back.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, basically,
really
what
need to
happened?
return.
You guys basically deprogrammed me. You took me away from the executives. I'm like, I love The Wire. I love Sopranos. I love Game of Thrones. And then you sat me down and you tied me to a chair and you said, "Let's watch some DS9. Let's watch some Voyager.
Yeah.
And let's show him
That's exactly
too.
what happened.
Let's watch some Picard, just to sort of show you what you're not missing."
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. See, that's the
What you-
prestige
yeah,
TV aspect of it going, here we go, we're going to elevate this stuff. Now it's about global warming. They're stupid. They didn't even realize it was always about that. It
Yeah.
was always about everything, because it could be about everything, because it was 25 episodes, and most of them were shit. And that's okay. It's ideal.
Yeah. We're too
Unfortunately, you
used
can't
to.
make it like that ever again, because it's
We're-
too expensive.
We're too used to the idea of like,
Was it that expensive? It didn't look that expensive.
Yeah.
It was expensive.
It
Yeah.
was very expensive. They had to make 24 episodes in like half a year.
It doesn't look as expensive as like all the CGI they use nowadays, though.
Yeah, but that's the thing. They can just with it is how it is nowadays. They can just film it on a green screen and then give it to like a studio, and the studio does all the VFX.
Yeah.
Back then, you had to coordinate so many departments. Design, costumes, lighting, cameras. Everything needed to be good on the day, on set, ready to
Yeah.
film. And they would sit there under those hot studio lights until they got something that was good enough.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I feel like that sounds really soulful. I don't know. You can put a soul or soulless on that, but I don't know.
It was full of heart, because they had to go through hell to make this show.
Yeah.
Nowadays, the only people going through hell are VFX artists who are getting fucking whipped to death while they have to sit at a machine.
Yeah.
And have their fingers ripped off with the keyboard. Yeah.
The studio comes to them and says, well, they'll go like, this is our standard rate. And they were like, we found a studio that's cheaper than you.
Yep.
And then they'll go,
well, lucky
okay,
for
we
you,
can- yeah.
nobody in this industry is union. So, we'll,
Yeah.
you know what? We'll do half of what we're currently offering you.
yeah. And then 3 VFX artists quit on the project, and two get hired, so there isn't enough people, and then they
2 will get hired directly out of university because
Yeah,
they're the
of
only
course.
people. Because they go, you mean I get to work on TV? Sign me up.
Yeah, on Star Trek too.
Oh my goodness! I'm gonna have my name in the credits
No,
at the
you
end
won't.
of Star
No,
Trek.
no.
No,
You won't
It's
have-
gonna
you
say
won't.
no. It's gonna say visual effects provided
Yeah.
by this studio.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But you'll be part of that studio.
Yeah,
And you can
exactly.
say to all the women at the bar, I worked on Star Trek episode 5.
Yeah, you
That
worked
one
on what?
scene. The one scene where we make Picard look like he's kind of moving faster than he should.
Yeah, when we had to airbrush his the stuntman's head to remove his hair, so he could because he couldn't do the little run up the stairs in that one
My
episode.
job was that Picard's outfit had a weird wrinkle in the sleeve, and I had to go through every shot and remove the weird wrinkle.
There was a little string, a red herring in the red string in the outfit, and I had to remove it.
Do
I
you
had
see
to-
that thing that they had that for a Disney movie? Not a Disney movie, but the Captain Falcon Iron Eagle Winter Soldier TV show
No,
that they made. The Captain America Winter
Yeah,
Soldier.
yeah,
Yeah,
but like,
yeah.
yeah.
Just-
But
that
what did
was
they have to
like-
do?
There was the way they designed the costume and the cowl would like stick out from his neck. It had like a bigger gap, the way it would fold and stuff, because it wasn't like
Oh,
skin tight.
mm-hmm.
So they had to do VFX on the entire costume throughout the whole show to remove that.
Oh fuck!
Oh,
It's
God.
fucked,
That's
man.
not good.
Everything's fucked. This is why we need to go back, because TV shows used to be they'd build a set and they would live on that set for 7 years. They would learn to love that set. They would learn to love the smell of it. They would work long, arduous hours, and it was horrible. And I'm not saying we need to go back to making it horrible, but we need to be able to give people time. We can have 24 episodes, but make it every couple years instead.
Yeah.
Give them
Exactly.
some damn time. Jeez.
Yeah.
Give him a
Anyway, I
minute.
started watching Shogun this week.
And I
watched the
finished
first episode
Neil
today.
Breen's movie that we started watching
Oh, you
yesterday.
When
finished
did you
that?
finish it, man?
I don't
was
know, what was it called? Can?
I don't remember.
It was like
it was
Cade,
shit, dude.
the darkness,
Kane.
something. Cade.
All I
wasn't
was
it?
thinking about was like the scene in the other Neil Breen films I've seen where it's like he's in his office and stuff and he's like flirting with his wife, but there's like they're in an office and there's
Yeah.
camera angles and everything. Or like when he's holding the guy who committed suicide and he's
Yeah.
like, "Why did you kill yourself? Why?"
Why did you commit suicide?
And it's
Why
like that's
did
the
you have to
funny
commit
shit. But now
suicide?
it's
Yeah.
just like film it all on a green screen, one camera in front of a green
Kate
screen.
the Tortured Crossing. That's what it was called. I
Yeah.
just checked.
That was
Yeah.
so bad, man. It's like
It was
we
terrible.
can't even have good bad artists now.
Yeah, I
What
couldn't.
what
couldn't
was the
follow the
plot?
plot. The plot is that they do genetic experiments on the homeless people that they capture and put in a mental institution, because apparently the money where there's like the gala where he's like, I'm opening up a hospital. They're like stock photos of the like dilapidated houses and buildings were the hospital, and
Okay.
and he turns out he's like, I made like a mistake that I wasn't like looking at this, like I wasn't paying attention, and then he trains the homeless people from the mental asylum to be like his, what did he call him, like guardians of justice, I think he called them, or something like, of truth, guardians of truth. And then Kane's brother comes, and he was also like, he was like killing the people in the actual mental asylum or whatever. So then the real Neil Breen kills him at the end because his brother was he injected himself with AI
Please stop talking.
DNA
Please stop talking.
experiment, and
I'm
then
sorry.
he kills him.
I can't hear this, man.
This is barely like me following it. Like
That was about up to
couldn't-
where we left, and we only watched like a quarter of it.
There's look, I was watching that movie and I was like, this is bad in a completely spiritless sense. You know?
Yeah, I know.
In an
This
empty
isn't
sense.
bad in
yeah.
the way that makes Neil Breen movies funny. It's bad in the way that it's
Bad
boring.
things are made.
It's
Yeah,
not entertaining. It's lazy.
Picard was much more entertaining, and that was terrible.
Exactly. You
We had a
need to
good time
put,
trying to.
if-
You guys had a great time explaining the plot of that to me.
I love explaining the plot of Picard so much.
Yeah,
you can't
it's
make
great.
bad art without heart, and it's good. It's for something to be
An
good and
effort.
bad. It needs to have like heart. It needs to have somebody believing in it still. You know.
Yeah.
But it's very clear that Neil Breen, I guess, is conscious of the fact that people don't like his movies.
Yeah, so
And
he's
he
just
just
putting
needs
as
to
little
pump 'em
effort
out.
into them.
Yeah. He's like, well, people are gonna make fun of it anyway.
Yeah,
I'll just pump
it's-
it out.
Yeah, he've learned that you can just record everything on the green screen, and it's
Mm-hmm.
Whoever
And,
taught him that, I'm sorry.
yeah,
Damn you,
whoever.
Coppola.
And Mr. Neil Breen, you know, you could just record this on a green screen. He's like, oh,
No, you can do so much with VFX.
yeah,
Look, you can be in a big mansion without hiring the mansion. Ooh.
yeah, and he does like shit where he will like reuse takes and just like make new scenes out of the same like green screen things.
He's
that he makes.
efficient. You're just
Yeah, it's-
upset because of his
you're-
efficiency.
Honestly, it is just efficiency, I guess, at that
I
point.
guess it's
But-
efficient.
But it's garbage.
He didn't
And-
have enough hard drive space to do it all, so he had to.
Yeah,
record so much footage.
I can't record any more green screen footage, so
I'm,
I'm
sure
just
the
gonna-
next Neil Breen film will be loaded with AI.
yeah. He is delayed by 10 years, so in 10 years maybe.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, he's just getting to the green screen now.
Yeah, he's just getting to the green screen now. So it's like when you play Civ 5, you got that one player that hasn't,
Hasn't
progressed through the
Yeah.
tech tree. Yeah,
It's like old Neil Breen films would have green screen, and those shots were funny.
yeah,
It's just
but-
it wasn't entirely green screen.
No, they were used, to
Yeah.
affect. Maybe
They
is
have
the
little
word.
shots here
Yeah.
and there. You'll
Don't
just
wanna
be
say good
like,
effect,
suddenly
but-
it cuts and somebody is on a green screen in front of the White House or something.
yeah.
But all of his stuff, he'd be filming somewhere, in an actual location, being there and talking to other people. But now it's like, hey, we can't have anything good anymore.
I can't wait.
We can't
for the
even have
future.
good bad stuff. Everything has to be bad.
And
Yeah.
just taking it back to Star Trek for a moment, I'm just realizing that we hung out this weekend in person, which is doesn't happen too
This
often.
is like the 5th time we mentioned.
No, I just want to give some context for what I'm about to say. Is
course,
that
of
like
course.
you showed me some good Star Trek episodes, and they were good. They were good, and I feel like they were made even better by the fact that everything else we watched was either Picard season 2, a Neil Breen movie, or The Happening.
And the Flash. Don't forget
And the
about the
Flash.
Flash. You forgot about. You already
forgot
forgot
we
about the
even
fact
watched it,
that
man.
you watched the Flash.
The thing is that I could forget, and I could watch the next one and have all the context I needed for what happened to that film, which is fucking nothing.
Alright, I feel like we're jumping around too much. We started
Sorry.
at the end with Neil
Yeah, like the
Breen.
Flash does on the
Let's-
timeline.
He does jump around a lot with the timeline in that film, and he tends it from straight spaghetti into
My
mess of spaghetti.
my point was that Star Trek good.
True.
Oh, well, there you go. That's a
Controversial
glowing review, and the box set of DS9 says Stu, good, and in quotation marks. And it's like, interesting.
Well, if he
Well-
thinks it's good.
Yeah. But what's your favorite character in DS9 from the episodes that you watched?
Yeah,
From the
who's
episodes I
your favorite,
watched,
man?
definitely. I won't make that joke again. I liked God, that Kardashian guy. He was great.
Garrick? Yeah.
He was good. No, but the guy who
Golden Cat.
Oh, Gold
Yeah.
the Cat.
Golden
yeah,
Cat,
Gold
baby.
Gold the Cat.
Golden Heel or whatever.
Love
You-
Golden Cat, bro.
No, Goldar Heel is it was the head of the camp.
Yeah, I liked it.
Goldar Heel was just
Oh,
that one
God.
guy for that
He
one
was
episode.
just-
Yeah, he was like one of my favorite
I mean, he was
characters. He was
good.
great.
He was good, definitely. A
I
good
like that.
performance.
Yeah, the guy you're talking about is that arsehole who just makes life hell for Cisco, right?
Yeah. Gal the cat. Yeah.
He's fun.
Goldar Cat is good.
And I like the
wasn't-
tailor as
Yeah.
well, Garrick.
Garrick. He wasn't a lot. The Golden Cat wasn't a lot in these episodes that we're showing you, but yeah, if you watch the actual series,
I kind of got the
he's
idea
fine.
of him being a bit of a twat.
Quite a lot in there. And the funny thing about it is that like he was just like a shitty person too in real life. Then there was
He was a bit of a weirdo.
The real life Cardassian was kind of bad.
yeah, basically he does seem to just be play himself in the show, which fits really well. So they did really good casting for him. But Kira's actress, there was like talks where she was supposed to like forgive him and be with him, and she said like no. She basically outright just declined to even have this take place, basically.
Is Kira? Is she the Bajoran?
Yeah, Bajoran, because she was, and when she said that, she said the name of the not the character, but the name of the actor, basically, because she just found him creepy. So it's. And I think there's a lot more to the real things to the performance in that show than just.
Oh, I love that. I don't know. I know it's not good. It's probably not very fun for some of the actors, but I love stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, it's a lot of like the DS9 documentary is pretty good if you decide to watch the series to watch
Yeah, you should
afterwards
watch
to
the
give
documentary first.
just without the
and then
context
not
of
even
the
watch
show.
the show.
Yeah.
And I can just be an expert. Yeah.
Become an expert on it.
I liked Cisco. He was fun. He was good. I think I'm gonna have to watch more episodes to really decide. But he felt like a bit of a background in some of the episodes, and then in Walking with the Devil and the Pale Moonlight, he was great. He really made that come alive.
Yeah.
Avery Brooks is a good actor, man.
Yeah.
In Voyager, I like the old woman. Not old woman. She's not that old, but she's sort of.
Janeway,
Yeah.
like Captain Janeway.
I like her because
just
old.
middle-aged, I think.
I'm sorry. Compared to the rest of the crew, she seems kind of older.
Okay.
I liked her because she turned into a lizard and then had a load of kids with a hyper-evolved like cancer patient.
Paris. Yeah, Paris.
And then
They both turned into lizards.
And then she
Yeah.
made just like a little joke, which is like,
Oh, well, I always want a kid.
Yeah. And those
man.
things never come up again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that never comes up again.
They
ever.
probably died in it because they took away their like parents, so they just probably.
But they were
died.
hyper-evolved, so they're probably evolved to the point they
Oh,
don't
you're
need parents.
true. Yeah,
Yeah.
they got new parents.
It's like a baby horse who gets born and it can have foal. Sorry for those
Yeah.
equestrians out there who are gonna, point
Yeah.
that out. He gets born and it's like, I can walk, and it's good. It's fine to go.
Yeah, exactly. All right, yeah, could be. You can write a wiki page about those that species if you want.
They should bring
no
them
one's
back
gonna
into
stop
Card
you.
Season 4, honestly.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Are they doing a Season 4, by the way?
No,
No.
Picard's done now.
It's done.
We
okay.
get a spin-off. We're getting a spin-off.
Wow.
Maybe.
No, see, they don't want to make the spin-off because they hate that everybody loved Picard season 3.
Mm-hmm.
They were like,
Do they want it to be bad?
Yeah, wanted it to
we
be bad.
we want people to like the bad one that we make. Grr.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. And
At least that's
I don't
what I
know.
learned from Red Letter Media. I don't know.
Ben made a prediction
Watch the
like
show.
a few episodes back, talking about how he thinks that defeatism coming from him of he thinks that Paramount is going to put Star Trek on hold in general. So,
I could see them being like, let's take a little break.
Mm-hmm.
Has any
like
of it
10
really
years.
been working?
20 years break.
Yeah,
Star Trek.
let's take another break between, what was it, like 15 years between Enterprise and
Something
and
like
the
that.
first
Yeah.
season of Discovery, not including the movies.
Yeah.
Let's take a break, do a couple movies in the meantime, and then we'll bring it back and see how it's going. All right.
You see, I kind of, again, I'm not a Star Trek fan. I thought that they were were on break already, right? Like,
See
Okay.
what I'm saying, Max?
Yeah. Nobody. I remember.
I know there's stuff around it coming out, but it's not like proper real. I don't know. Maybe that's unfair to some of the stuff that's come out. It's not, real Star Trek.
It's different, but I'm very curious because I remember when season 3 of Discovery was coming out, right? Season 3 or 4? I don't which one was it? Is it season 4? That's the one that we already watched.
We watched all of them. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but I know which season is coming out now.
Season
in
5.
April. 5. Okay, so season 4. I don't remember. But season 4 was coming out, and I saw a lot of ads for it. Like I saw a lot of ads in the city center for like Star Trek. Discovery. I'm very curious about how much advertising they're actually going to do for this season.
Well,
Maybe
they got to do a
closer.
lot, dude. This is going to be a big one. It's they're looking for the space treasure,
Yeah,
the
One
ultimate
Piece, yeah.
treasure somewhere out there in space.
Yeah.
They got to track it down. They got to find it before somebody else does. And
Just like One Piece.
somebody else, it is very much like One Piece. The somebody else, I guess, will be evil aliens. I don't know. Hard to say.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll be the Borg.
Fuck.
You know what?
Oh,
They haven't
no.
shown us Borg 1,000 years in the future when Discovery takes place yet, so it could be the Borg. Who knows?
It could be the Borg, honestly.
They
They
love
do the
the
sliding
Borg.
puzzle, which is in the shape of a block, in a cube. Maybe it was. It's going to be a Borg.
Maybe they'll just
puzzle.
say, "Fuck it, everything's Borg now."
Yeah, it's
You
the
all want
only
the Borg?
thing that we.
Here you go.
Yeah, the only thing that we ever do is gonna be Borg from now on, because nothing else works. But Strange New Worlds also, the new season should be coming out maybe at some point.
Maybe in some
So-
years.
In some years, you think so?
I don't know. They got the
Oh.
Gorn in that one.
Yeah, they literally ended that season on that show on a cliffhanger. They can't put it on hold now. I don't know.
Yeah, because
mean, you
no
say
other
that,
show
but-
has ended
Yeah, they
without
would never do that.
wrapping up its plot.
Yeah, it'd be a shame. It's a fun show.
Maybe they'll get the Star Trek Enterprise treatment where they would be like, "You can have one more season, just do all of the plot lines that you were thinking
Yeah.
of doing." Just fuck it.
That's
just go
true.
through 'em.
That is genuinely true. That could happen. And if we notice that's happening, then we know where this show is heading, this series is heading, and it will be like what's it called? Where like someone dies and you walk behind the coffin, sort of thing. Like that is literally
Pallbearer.
what's yeah, like you'll be literally carrying Star Trek's corpse to its final rest,
It will never die
It will never die, but
because it's too big of a franchise. There's too much money to potentially be made.
But the thing is that, like, if they don't create new Star Trek fans, then the IP is going to die. Like, literally, it's going to die. It's already dying.
The thing is, though, is that why would they want new fans? Because new fans will be young and poor, but you'll have like middle-aged people in good businesses who are Star Trek fans who can keep buying things.
Yeah, but
It's the perfect demographic.
But eventually, they gonna like die too, and it's like you need to continuously add new people into your franchise in terms of like your demographics.
Max. You're thinking too long term. We got to think
Yeah,
more short
actually.
term.
Yeah.
They can make money now.
Yeah, like this Star Trek cruise. That's how we make our money.
Yeah,
yes. The Star
No,
Trek
but
fucking
it's
cruise.
like,
That sounds fun.
is Discovery attracting new people? Huh?
No.
Is Picard attracting new people? Strange New
Yeah.
Worlds? No, I don't care. They don't care about Star Trek. It
I
sucks.
think genuinely the only way like new people get introduced to like Star Trek is like the way we did it with Stu, where we like sat him down and like forced him to
tied
watch.
me to a chair.
Yeah. And we're like, this is Quark. He runs the bar on the S9, and it's actually called Terranor because it was a Kardashian station before the Federation came over. That was
Exactly.
literally it. That was
You have
literally
to you have to rely on annoying people, and it's easier to rely on annoying people if you're not currently releasing stuff that they despise.
The good thing about Star Trek fans is they're all annoying people, so it's
Exactly.
very easy for them to convert more fans. It's a good thing. It's a good thing.
like if there's a terrible show airing at the moment, and you're trying to get your friend into the old stuff. They're gonna be
Yeah.
like, "Let me check out this new thing," and it's gonna suck, and they'll be like, "Well, that sucked." But
Yeah.
if there's no new stuff coming out, but you need somebody to talk to about it, you go, "Well, I guess I'll try and get my friend into The Next Generation, the best show ever
Yeah.
made.
Exactly.
Hey, watch it. It's all on Netflix. Did you know? It's all on Netflix, Stu.
It's just waiting
For only
there for you.
$9.99 a month with ads, you can watch it all on Netflix.
It's right there. It's waiting for you.
It's more authentic because you would have gotten ads with the show before, if you were
Yeah,
watching
exactly.
it on TV.
What I like to do is
break.
splice in period appropriate ads, like for during the. What time did it come out?
90s.
90s.
During the 90s.
Yeah,
Late
it's like
80s and
it would
90s.
make it so authentic where Picard goes like, and we need to talk to them now, and then it does the black fade out,
Fades to black and the music rises.
Yeah, and then the ad plays for like
5
the
minutes.
90s product.
Bud Light.
Bud Light.
Bud Light ad.
Yeah, and then it comes back,
Car
and they're
insurance
like,
commercial.
"All right, let's go talk to them."
Patching you through now, sir.
Yeah.
Hello, Picard. I am the Klingon leader.
Yeah.
Come on down
That's
to
what
Dave's
that's
Auto
what-
Trade and Repair. We give you the best deals on your auto trade.
Having a flash of nostalgia right now. Wow.
Yeah, exactly.
I always got a lot of insurance adverts on the kids' shows I used to watch. I never really understood who they were for.
Well, that's the thing. As a kid, you're like, why the hell are they showing so much like, fucking like insurance claim and insurance like employment stuff, payday loan ads during kids commercials for cartoons. It's like, why the hell are they showing all this stuff? And it's of course because who's not at work at that time? Unemployed people.
No. Yeah.
Sure, they could put on like some toy adverts and stuff.
There were toy ads. You're being
did
you're
that.
being facetious now.
No, it was all
Yeah.
banking. It was all insurance. It was all payday loans.
It was a lot of that.
Yeah.
It was a lot of that.
Get yourself a collection of slammers or whatever, and there would be a toy where you
Slammer.
you slam the toy or something, and you
What does it look
collect
like?
the slammers.
What does the slammer look like?
It
Big
looks
hammer.
like it's basically pogs, but like I just it's like a rip off. They make it a little bit,
Slammer is a pog.
but they make it like they make it a different shape. It's like instead of round, it's like
Like an octagon.
like
Or
an
hexagon or
octagon,
something.
yeah, hexagon,
Yeah.
yeah. And each side has like a stat on it or something, and it says like and then they try to make a series and it doesn't work, because
What happened to
everybody gets.
Skylanders?
The what?
Skylanders, you remember that?
Skylanders was
They
was
went
an
away
X.
because they went too big.
They flew too close to the sun.
Yeah, with the little Xbox thing that you put the
Yeah.
thing on, the little statuettes, and it puts the hero in the game.
The Toys to Life trend went away.
Mm-hmm. They really want it to work.
It did work for a bit, dude. They were making so much money. Now you
Yeah.
go to a CEX and they got like 8 million of them
Yeah.
just sitting there.
Honest-
I guess Amiibo was kind of the same deal. They kind of cashed in on that as well at the same time.
Yeah, man. Yeah, they wanted that shit. It was good money for a bit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. For
It's
a
like
bit.
double consumerism. It's like you buy the toy and you buy the game for the toy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all about
Exactly.
making you pay for everything. Like the movie Push, I finished that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was the
The
plot
rest-
push?
The plot of Plush is they have sniffers, and the shadows cover the sniffers, and the watchers can't see people that are near shadows, because that's their power.
Ah.
Yeah, and it like there's a shadow in the movie that's so powerful. She like covers an entire building. Nobody can see no watcher can see what's going on inside the building. And then they find the serum, and yeah, that's what happens in the movie. No, it's a stupid thing that Ben. Because I wanted to know what it was like to be a little Ben. Because you had fond memories of the
When I
movie
was
Push,
14,
Ben. Yeah, you wanted
this
to be Push.
Jumper and Push were both properties that, as a 14-year-old, I thought were very cool, and I was like, damn, I hope they make more of these movies. I hope they make Jumper 2. I hope they
Yeah.
make Push 2.
Jump harder.
I hope Jumper enters the Push universe.
Oh, that would be so cool.
I hope that
Sure.
Jumpers get folded into the Push
Mhm.
world. And
Yeah.
the thing is, I don't remember what happens in the movie. I just remember thinking it was cool because you had people with different powers and stuff.
Yeah, the weird thing about this movie that it's less like a superpower, like, you know, like Jumper. Jumper is kind of like an action film, right?
It's because it's one
this is-
superpower.
Yeah, but the thing is that it's like this is like a heist film. Like it turns out that they're like it feels like a heist film because they have to do like this elaborate plan of like executing a plan of like working around all these like weird people that have like these weird
all these
powers.
Well, the powers seemed a
But-
lot less like overtly powerful. It was like how
Yeah.
you can sniff something and see where it's been, or you can like
Yeah,
push
Scream.
a message into someone's head and something.
Scream
or
really loud.
Scream really
yeah,
loud.
yeah.
Bat
Scream really,
someone.
and they'll make you sit there for every second of that fucking screen because those guys appear multiple times throughout that fucking movie.
They were
just
really proud of the
screaming.
scream effect and like the little contacts they had in their eyes when they scream.
Yeah, they do. Listen, the thing is that it's so stupid. It feels like that later on in the movie, I feel like they learn in that movie where they realize, oh, this sucks to like listen to. So they do like a thing where like it will fade out quicker, where it goes into like, you know, 'cause, like as if you were losing your hearing, right? Like that's how you. And but the beginning scene where those guys
Oh,
show
it
up
was
that
like
screen,
10
it was
seconds?
like
yeah,
it was
early on
so
you need to-
long.
No, yeah, it's because early on you need to establish it.
Ah, yeah, of course.
Early
For
on you
20
need to
minutes.
like, show it properly so that people understand it. Then later on you
Yeah.
don't need to spend that much time because people already they already see
Yeah.
what's happening. They already know
Because it's like
it from early in the
immersive,
film.
right? It's like immersive. You gotta make
keep it
people's actual ears hurt in the cinema, you know, so they can feel how powerful these psychics are.
I bet that'd be
You know?
great in 4DX, you know? Like, just, like
It just
deafens you.
Yeah,
Yeah, IMAX.
yeah.
You
Yeah.
That'd be great.
You see, and push in IMAX, man.
Push was designed for IMAX.
Push
Yeah.
works best in IMAX.
Yeah.
It's
Didn't
one of those
IMAX
films that people always say like this should always play in IMAX like year round.
Yeah, that's why I
Push.
wasn't enjoying myself during the movies because I wasn't watching it in IMAX.
Yeah, you need like a
You know?
home cinema and a big screen and stuff.
Were you not enjoying yourself? I mean, like, I'm not saying it was great, but it was kind of fun for its time. I didn't watch it as a kid either, but it reminds me of a lot of Jumper, and I have a fondness for Jumper.
Another
don't
shitty
know.
movie.
Yeah, wait.
Yeah, and I have a lot
Yeah.
of fondness for another shitty movie.
Yeah,
I mean,
don't know,
even
it's-
though I enjoyed Push when I was younger,
what do you mean?
It still
It's-
sucked. I was like, let's turn this off. This is
Yeah,
boring.
exactly. And it's like you even didn't want to finish it. You know, it's like you're saying.
No, I
this,
didn't want.
but
I didn't want to finish it either. But I'm just saying, like, you know, it's not as
I
bad.
finished it.
Yeah, I know.
It's not as bad, but I didn't want to watch it.
Like, I'd much rather have finished watching that than watch some of the other stuff we watched. Right? Like the Neil Breen move was just unwatchable. That was just
Yeah, it
like
was-
I
that
paused
was-
it.
The Flash.
Or the next topic of discussion.
the Flash was so good.
What can you say about this movie that hasn't already been said a million times? It
I
was
don't know.
probably one of the worst movies released in a while. Even by like superhero movie standards, that was
Did people
like,
not like it? I haven't heard anyone talk about it. So
I mean, some people liked it, some people didn't.
Yeah,
Like with all things.
like always.
There are people that are like, you don't understand. He went in the Speedforce.
Mhm.
We finally got to see the Speedforce,
Yeah.
where he went quick.
it kind of seemed like the people who would like it the most, which was kind of Gabs' category of people who had read the comics that they were loosely based on, and he seemed to hate it the most.
Yeah, because he was like, I had
I
the
don't
better
think
version
he
of this
hated it
movie.
more than me.
But I feel like he had a more specific grievance with that it took that material and kind of
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
True.
I guess if someone actually cares for this, because I don't care for superhero media, so and I haven't read comics, and that's the difference, right, between someone that has, right?
That's true.
It's
I don't
like,
give a fuck
I
about
ju-
the Flash either.
Yeah, exactly. We're just watching it and we'll go, oh, haha, bad movie, you know, or whatever, yeah. But like someone that like actually, because like that's the thing, like with us, right, with like Star Trek and stuff, we're scared that like because the stuff it sucks, the stuff that gets put out, except for like Strange New Worlds, that was pretty good, it's going to bury the series. It's going, because like we can sit there and go like Picard is hilariously bad, and we can talk for like hours about it and laugh and cry laughing about it, but in the end we got the sad realization of like, this is going to get buried because nobody will want to watch this.
It's butchering the legacy. Is that what you mean?
Not the legacy. It's just, it's not going to make studios want to pay for it. And I want to consume.
Someone will pitch a new Star Trek show, and they're like, "Remember Picard? That didn't do well. We're not funding it."
Yeah, exactly. It's like we won't even try to make an Star Trek work, and stuff like that. It's sad. I would rather have more, Star Trek media than not have it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's why, in overall conclusion, that The Flash did kill Star Trek.
The Flash killed a lot of things.
Flash went back in time and saved Jean from dying.
That would have been cool, man.
And then we got a completely different Star Trek. DS9 never got made. It all looks like TNG, all of it, the first 2 seasons, which people literally tell you that you just have to sit through. You just have to make it through those. Like 3 seasons, and then you can just kind of get something better, and then, and we'll get a different type of Star Trek,
What if it had never ended? The new generation just kept going,
that would be fun.
Year after year after year.
That would be interesting, like this
or
alternate
40
version.
Seasons.
Yeah, alternate version of Star Trek where it's like a soap opera, where it's like just goes.
It's like The Simpsons, where it just never stopped.
It just never stopped.
Every year for 20 years. Then it'd be really impenetrable. People complain enough about getting into fucking series nowadays. Could you imagine that? Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
It's like there's a bit of a lull between
pain
season
in the
8
ass.
and season 15, and then
Yeah. But you
Then
have
it
to
picks
just
up
get
again.
through it.
yeah, but you
have
need the
to watch
context for season 26 because it's boring.
Yeah, you still need to watch them, but like just put them on your second monitor while you play, like fucking
Fortnite.
Diablo, Fortnite. Yeah, I don't know why I said Diablo.
I
But,
was
Not
the kids.
Diablo either.
Yeah, I was just to say the first thing that came to my head.
Star Trek and Diablo has a lot of overlap, so I hear.
Yeah,
I feel like in era, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like kids were probably watching Star Trek and playing Diablo 2 or something.
Who do you think's more put out these days? Who do you think's more disillusioned with their franchise? Star Trek fans or Diablo fans?
I don't know enough about Diablo to say, I'm sorry.
People get excited about new Diablo every single time it gets announced, so
I just remember that one with the phones thing, but that was a while ago. And that one was pretty
A
disappointing.
few years.
It was
There's one since then, I think, that people say is
Diablo
okay.
4? Was it the newest one or 5? I don't know. We're
Max,
not
there's supposed to be
gamers.
overlap. You're supposed to...
I don't know about Diablo. I said that I accidentally said Diablo. I didn't even... I stumbled accidentally into Diablo, and now you're grilling me
Who's
about
your favorite
it.
Diablo character?
My favorite Diablo character is the guy that says
Okay,
stands
Max,
next
alright.
to the well. The well.
I think there's a big demon guy in it. I know
Yeah.
that because he was in Heroes of the
Called
Storm, which I
Diablo?
played about 3
Yeah,
times.
he's called
It's
Diablo.
called Diablo, I think.
Is his name Diablo?
I
I don't actually
know.
know.
Well,
If you're a Diablo fan, write in to the podcast at... what's your email address, guys?
deadensigns@gmail.com.
Yeah, write in at deadensigns@gmail.com.
Tell us about Diablo.
Tell us the subject must be in all caps.
You know
Diablo
what I'm going to say
fan.
here? Diablo, it blows.
Oof,
That shit sucks. If
what's,
it was good, then how come basically everything that happened to it in the last 20 years sucks? Huh?
Exactly.
Well, he's got you there.
Mm-hmm.
Stu, what's your favorite sort of classic PC game or franchise? Like that.
What do you mean? Like what? How do you
Like
define
Diablo.
classic? Like
Diablo.
Diablo.
Diablo is like like CS. The CS 1.6 is like a classic.
3.
Like,
I actually never played Warcraft. I heard it's good though. I really like Command and Conquer. I used to
There
play
you
that a
go.
lot as a kid.
Perfect.
I was probably a little bit too. Well, it was around, but I really liked Command and Conquer General 0 Hour. That was a game.
I loved RTSs on the PC when I was a kid, but I was so bad at them.
Oh, me too.
I just put in the cheats and drive the cars around in Age of Empires because I was like, hell yeah, man. Just get the cars and then blow up like Neolithic empires and stuff.
Yeah.
I used to love the scenario editors.
That's
in this game,
that's the
in this
Britishness.
game.
That's your Britishness coming out of you. It's just like imperialistic colonization simulator. You just
With
like
cool cars.
Yeah, cool car.
I remember I used to play like this Star Wars RTS. No idea what it was called.
Fuck. Armada? I don't know. Something.
Never touched a campaign in my life, even though I've spent hundreds of hours in that game. I would load up a scenario, like a big map. I'd like, empty it out of everything, and then I would just spend like 8 hours at a time just filling every tile with a stormtrooper or some bullshit like that. And then I would
just
try and
watch
load. Yeah, I would load the scenario and watch the computer crash.
Real like putting your GI Joes in the microwave kind of vibe. Melting them with a magnifying glass.
I didn't want it to crash, but
it's like it was accidental.
but every time I'd think it's not going to crash this time, I'll do a little bit less and I'll see if it makes it. And
That's
it's
trial
real
and
stress
error, bro.
testing.
Like,
Yeah,
how
stress testing.
How many units
Like,
can I
a
put
real,
on my piece?
I
that's
love
a
that stuff,
real
yeah.
scientist, right there. You try something, you do a little less, change some variables, and try again.
It's just amazing how like nowadays, if you made me do that, I feel like I was in living hell. But back then, when I had worse attention span, I'd be like, oh, every single tile. Click.
Yeah,
Click.
you don't know.
Click.
That's the thing. Maybe we are ruined by our media consumption, and your little Stu and 10-year-old Stu had more attention span than this Stu right here.
It was before I got into Prestige TV, so yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Like,
no, I think
you
I'm
got-
stronger.
You watched Sopranos at 11.
Yeah, everything changed.
I think that's a
Everything
real
changed.
solid way to like fuck the next 10 years of your life up.
Yeah.
Watching The
Watch
Sopranos
Sopran-
when you're 11.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Well-
think you could recover from that one for a while.
Yeah.
Hey.
So you'll never appreciate it in the end because you ruined it for yourself.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you wouldn't understand the nuance of the show.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't understand the sort of like parabolic kind of nature of the storytelling.
And you would
Yeah.
go back and try and watch it as an adult to try and get that back, but you'd be blinded by nostalgia all the time
Yeah.
you're watching it, and you'd never be able to focus on the themes and characters properly.
What would
You'd be watching it because you're like, yo, there's nudity in this show, dude. There's strippers.
yeah?
Have their
What's
breasts
the,
out and stuff.
if they made like a new season of The Sopranos, or like they would make like
They made a movie,
Sopranos. Yeah, I know, but it's like another
Like a
like
movie?
They made a prequel. The Saints of
it would be
Newark.
like
It was apparently pretty
Sopranos semicolon Gabagoo or something. It would be like a new show. They bring everybody back. They revive them from death. Somehow they didn't die. We're in an alternate history. Where everyone's still alive. And what would
You
be
mean the
the
actors
equivalent
or
of
the people in the show?
Could be
the
both. I
actors
guess
that-
both in this scenario.
both? Let's just bring both about. But there's a contrived reason to show while they're back too.
Okay.
And
There's a
what would be the
contrived
equivalent?
reason in life why James Gandolfini came back.
Yeah, exactly. There's a contrived why how he got revived. But the thing is, what would be the equivalent of like the Enterprise in Star Trek Picard season 3, where the door opens of the Enterprise gets shown to us? Everybody, all the nostalgia people go like, oh, what would that be an equivalent of in
The
like
strip club.
and
I was going to say it'd be the strip club.
The
Yeah.
Strip club. The
Whoa!
bar, the strip club. I can't
all the
remember.
riches.
Tony Soprano walks in, center left staged into the strip club, and at a table he sees the guy, the young guy, and the older guy who wears the tracksuit, and he goes,
Paulie.
Gabaguli, and then Paulie's like, I can't spell. I don't know.
Oh.
I'm currently watching season 1, so
Oh, okay. So
It'd be the strip club, or it'd be the the room they have behind the like deli.
Yeah.
Where
Okay.
they just hang out.
or
Those
it'd be
would the
Tony's
two.
house. Everyone's there for a barbecue.
I don't think it'd be. It wouldn't. No, Tony's house wouldn't have the same thing as the Enterprise, because a lot of people hate Carmine and stuff.
Is no.
Not Carmine, Carmella, you know.
I was gonna say, I was like, is it war?
And AJ and all that stuff. So if it started with that, like, look, everybody, it's the Sopranos house, people would be like, oh, that place where everything bad happened to Tony? Oh, thanks. Take me to the fucking
strip club was more fun.
Bar or whatever.
No. Would you guys do the holodeck experience, Soprano holodeck experience?
No, that sounds like it would be pretty bad. I don't want to be in the Sopranos. Could you imagine being in the Sopranos?
Yeah, you just go into a holodeck and you go like, computer, load up sample, Sopranos, the show, the holodeck experience, and you get to be in the holodeck experiencing the Sopranos. Would you like that, Stu?
Load up Sopranos, be priest that helps out Carmella.
Oh, okay. Yeah, exactly. You could place yourself anywhere in the Sopranos, But that's, I guess, he's not that excited about Sopranos as I thought, honestly. If I had real Sopranos heads here, but...
Well, okay, sorry that you're projecting that onto us.
If you were a real Sopranos fan, you'd know that we call ourselves Soppy Dalopis.
Soppy Dalopis.
We'd call ourselves some real paisanos.
Yeah.
Gabagoolies, and it's the movie Ghoulies, but it's a piece of meat instead.
Sure.
Did we ever talk about The Flash? I guess we did for a little bit.
Yeah,
it was a bad movie. The main point is, like, what more could you say? It sucked.
Yeah.
I know. I was just wondering. I was like, wow, it feels like we didn't really talk about it, but I guess we did.
It was bad.
Yeah, we did. There's nothing to talk about it.
The baby CGI was pretty good.
The baby CGI was good.
It was anti-human.
What, the CGI or the movie?
Or the whole movie. It was anti-human.
Ben is angry.
In the Speed Force bit, why did everything like it looked even particularly badder than the? I can't talk. The CGI in the Speed Force time dilation area.
If I had to guess, they wanted it. If I had to guess, because it looked like it had the look of a Zoe trope,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If I had to guess, there were multiple drafts in which it probably looked more fake in order to give it that feeling of a Zoe trope, like little models and stuff.
Yeah.
And more realistic, and they landed on an awkward area between the two.
I feel like one way or the other would have looked better.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah.
If they had just made it look like, but they wanted it to look like it was this model lit up, and it would spin around and show movement. But evidently, they decided not to do that because I don't know, who knows? Maybe they did a test screening and people were like, the shimmering thing when they goes into the time bulb, it was weird. I didn't like it. So they were like, okay, well, maybe we'll slow it down, and then it looks bad.
I was thinking about that movie. Just spoilers for anyone who's seen it, or doesn't know, or hasn't seen it.
You know what? No, we may or may not spoil it. Fuck you. You shouldn't be sitting here going, "Oh, I don't want spoilers for The Flash." If you're listening to this thinking, "I don't want spoilers for The Flash," fuck you. You're the kind of person I think you should leave. You should live on an island on your own.
You're anti-human, I find, according to Ben.
100%. I think you do not care about the human experience. I think you do not care about art. If you're the kind of person that sits there and goes, I need to go into The Flash fresh. Fuck you. Anyway, what were you going to say, Stu?
I was going to say, thinking about it, what would make that movie better in my eyes, Just trying to improve it.
Probably deleting it.
Yeah. I feel like I would maybe care more if alternate universe Flash had survived and it was regular Flash who would become purple guy from Five Nights at Freddy's.
Okay.
And then he came back into the other universe and he had to try and fit into this world he doesn't really understand, and it would be like maybe something has changed, from the.
You're describing Spider-Man No Way Home.
I haven't seen that movie.
It ends again, spoiler, but I don't give a fuck about the
It's been out a lot longer.
It ends with Spider-Man. He has to stop all of the multiverses from clashing. He has to basically become nobody. He has to erase himself from existence.
Mm-hmm.
So he's in a world where nobody knows who he is anymore.
Yeah.
And he's
And
like he's nobody. He's not even cool Tom Holland anymore. He's just some guy.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
he has to try and fit in again.
Yeah.
But I just
had
was-
such a hot girlfriend in the other, so and now I don't, and it's like
Yeah.
it sucks.
And now Timothy
Fuck.
Chalamet has stolen her. Damn it all.
Is he in that movie?
No,
No,
he's
I'm talking about
it's
Dune
Zendaya
2.
and Dune.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Talking
yeah.
about Dune 2.
I didn't, and you. But we're talking about Noah.
Yeah,
We're
and I was
shouting
making
at
a
you for that
reference.
before.
He's just making
I was
a
making a reference. Stu got it. Stu picked up on it. Majority wins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't
That girl
mean
was
you're
in,
right. Well, the
was in Willy
Nazis
Wonka.
won. Nazis were a majority in Germany.
They lost. They ain't the majority anymore, brother.
Yeah.
Maybe
Oh,
if they had won.
But they won at the time.
Or they won.
Yes.
They won the micro. They win the macro. All right. Maybe if they won the macro, things would be different.
Yeah.
The fact we're still talking about them, you know.
Hey, we're still talking about Max,
but yeah.
and you lost. Am I right?
My-
That's right. I'm comparing you to the Nazis now. Unfortunately.
oh,
Hoisted
Max,
by your
he's
own
got you there.
petard.
No, Stu is a Nazi.
now you're comparing me to the Nazis.
Boys.
I don't think I'd
You
ever
know
see
what?
the day.
I won't keep saying that one. It'd sound bad.
What? What?
I was gonna
All
go
right.
for like a compromise joke, you know, like.
Okay.
But I was like, the compromise would obviously be saying something that could be clipped out.
You mean what? You're both Nazis? Or-
Wouldn't sound good.
We can
Well, you said it,
share
not
the
me.
Nazis
Oh.
equally amongst each other.
You said it, not me. So
Anyway, my point was about the Flash.
yeah,
That's right.
about the Flash.
Was that spoilers? You know, the Flash from the universe that he starts in, he cares more about his mum being alive because he hasn't had her, and the guy in the other universe, you know, although he has her, and his motivation, I guess, is wanting to keep her alive because he's had her. I feel like it would make more sense for the other guy to go crazy about wanting to, you know, the Flash we know, older Flash, to want his mum to be alive, like doing all this crazy shenanigans and keeping the timelines going. And
I like this implication that it's like, oh yeah, if you've known your mum for 25 years of your life, you'll be like, she could die.
No, I'm just saying he wouldn't be as attached to having her. Maybe
well, you know, what happens.
maybe you'd be well adjusted enough to know that giving
No,
her
it'd
up
be
would
the
be
other
better.
way around because you don't know a world without her. That's scary. The other Flash just had to deal with what he already knew.
Yeah.
I don't
And
know.
he knows he can live it, you know. And in fact, what he ended up doing with saving his dad was even dumber. So
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like maybe the whole end result of having the ultimate guy come through and be like, "Got to live in this world" isn't really full. I'd be like, that'd be at least something would change from the movie, and he would be a slightly different person going forward. But as the movie stands, just nothing happens
Yeah.
from
And
start to
nothing's-
end. Nothing
what are you
changes.
talking about, dude? We finally got to see on the big screen the epic Reddit story of Nicolas Cage Superman.
Nicolas
Remember
Cage,
how Kevin Smith was going to do Superman with Nicolas Cage, and the executive said he should fight a giant spider, and then that guy made Wild Wild West, and there was a big spider in it.
Mm-hmm. And that was a good movie.
Don't you remember? It got so many upvotes on Reddit.
Yeah.
That's why it got in the movie, because everybody loves the funny story about Kevin Smith making Nicolas Cage Superman.
We should watch Wild Wild West next.
Remember
watch
how
Wild
he
Wild
had the
West
super
next.
tight outfit and stuff? They had that in the movie, dude. It was so amazing. Finally, it was.
I
Reddit
didn't know.
moved on the
I didn't know that was a
screen.
Reddit moment until everyone had pointed out that was the Reddit moment. I like Nicolas Cage though.
I like Nicolas Cage too, but hey, it was fucking stupid. Never mind.
Nicolas Cage
Remember
is...
when Christopher Reeves was there? They
Nicolas-
digitally added in Christopher Reeves.
Nicolas Cage is
Kinda fucked
my Ghost Rider. And he will never be Superman, in my opinion. So
Nicolas
you know.
Cage
He's your
is
Ghost
my
Rider?
matchstick
Rider.
man, and he'll
He's
never
the-
be.
He's the Wicker Man. He's Bad Lieutenant for me, and he'll
He'll
never
always be bad
be
lieutenant.
Bad
for me.
Lieutenant.
I liked
He'll
him in
always
Con
be
Air.
Bad Lieutenant Port of Call.
He'll always be Con Air, and he goes, put
He
the
will
bunny
always
in
be
the
Con Air.
box.
Man, Con Air's a good movie.
We should have watched.
Should have watched Con Air.
I would have been down to. I'm always down to watch. It's one of those movies I could watch whenever. You know,
It's
Well,
a fun one. It is a fun
Everybody
classic.
go.
it's a popcorn.
So we
classic.
recommend Flash. Go watch Flash.
one. Go catch it in
And,
cinemas now.
catch it in cinemas. Go
Catch
back
it
in
while
time.
you
Use
can,
use
'cause that
use
movie's
Speed
fast.
Force. Use
Alright.
Speed Force to go back in time and watch in the cinemas.
Yep.
Change
Hey,
the
Speed-
future.
Is it not in
Speed
cinemas now?
Force yourself
I actually don't know
into
when
the
that movie came
No.
out.
It came out
Came
like
out-
months ago, dude.
Months
did?
ago, yeah.
Wow,
yeah.
that came
Like
out
And
half
it
a
quietly.
year.
flopped.
That came out quietly.
It was a flop, dude. They had so many celebrities talking about how good it was too. They had
Yeah.
Stephen King came out and he said this is the best movie ever made. It's beautiful.
Steven Seagal came out and he was like, "This is I wish I was Flash."
I wish I
Steven
was
Spielberg came out and said, "I directed this."
He's like, I wish I directed this.
It was a masterstroke of direction.
I wish they got me on this one instead of Ready Player One.
Are there any more Stevens out there? I'm trying to think. You kind of named all the big three.
Yeah, those are
Steven
the big three.
Crowder.
Steven Seagal,
Chowder?
Stephen
Chowder.
King, and Steven Spielberg.
I mean,
Yeah,
Stephen Hawking. I guess he's not
Stephen-
really
he's
like
dead.
a movie.
Steve from Minecraft.
Steve,
We're not allowed to
Steve
do. We can't talk about Stephen Hawking anymore. 'cause
Neil
of all the
Breen
Epstein
came out
stuff.
and was like, "I would have made better Flash."
Did he say that?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, in my mind, he has.
In
said
Max's.
If he had the
fucked
budget,
up
I think it would have
mind.
been more entertaining. Honestly.
that. Yeah. He would have
Yeah.
no. He would just put it all on the green screen and then pocketed the
I mean,
rest
you
of the
joke,
money.
but the Flash was all on a green screen.
No, it wasn't for location.
What are you
Shut
talking
up.
about?
That
What
big
about
desert, yeah, that huge
Yeah, what
empty
about
desert
when
with
he
nothing in
went
it.
really fast at the beginning. Remember they pull out and stuff, and he's running down the roads and the highways and the forests and the lakes to get to
Mhm.
Gotham. That really.
Yeah.
Did he actually run down that?
Yeah, Ezra Miller learned how to do that.
They just spit up the footage.
Yeah, they had to run it at like 1.6 speed to make it really
Yeah.
pop, but
Yeah.
they did that. you know?
He did that. He had to run the entire stretch.
That's why they're all fucked up
Mm-hmm.
because that
What, Ezra
scrambled
Miller?
He
their
went
brain.
crazy. Yeah, he went
scrambled their
crazy
brain.
afterwards. Yeah, I don't know. Fuck everything. I don't want to watch any more movies ever. I refuse to.
I'm
watch
done with
movies.
You say that, but
I'm
you
done.
watch like 7 movies a week at this point.
No.
Yeah, you do. You just go
You
through
say that,
Amazon
but-
Prime and you choose the shittiest looking movie and you play it and you send clips and you're like, look at this, and it will be like a guy standing in the desert and then a car drives by and he'll go like, ah!
Max, you straight up. We warned you not to finish Cade or whatever that Neil
Oh,
Breen movie
dude,
we
of
were
course he's
watching.
going to finish it. It was on the screen. He was.
It's
as
the idea of
soon
him
as everybody
sitting down
laughed, he
after we
clicked
leave
play.
and just sitting down to that
I
chair
said
and
that I was painting figurines and I watched it on my phone. I watched the rest of it on my
you watched it on your
phone.
Max, man, what the fuck?
I
So you
didn't-
took it. You took it off the TV,
and I
and
I
you
s-
put it onto a tiny screen with
You know
bad
Yes.
what,
audio.
Max?
and
I
put it
have
in front
one.
of
I
you.
only have one question for you.
yeah.
Did your DOMs arrive?
No, not yet.
What the hell? They didn't Amazon Prime that shit?
It got dispatched
No.
today, so I'm gonna do a report next episode probably
Yeah.
of me assembling a stupid robot or something.
Yeah, hell yeah, we
I
love
think.
stupid robots, brother.
Yeah,
That's a big one too.
I'm gonna get a mech warrior next. I can assemble.
Are there any Mech
Instead-
Warrior model kits? That would be
No,
sick.
I don't think so. It would be cool.
It would have
but I
been
don't
sick.
think-
Hold on, Mech Warrior model.
Do they have mechs in Star Trek?
Trying to
Not
think.
really.
I don't
Not
think
really.
they do.
That's a shame.
Ooh, Max. Here you go. Mech Warrior models to 3D print.
Ooh, I can
Post that for you.
put the effort in to create these.
I mean, you
these
like
do
Mech
look-
Warrior. Look, you can see them. They got the
But,
guys.
but I need a resin 3D printer. I have an FDM printer. Fuck.
Oh.
Yeah, you have the big boy printer.
Yeah, I got the less detailed printer.
These are
I need to get the printer that gives you cancer to print these.
I started playing Armored Core 6 yesterday as well.
It's
Yeah.
supposed to be really good, that game.
It was cool, man.
Yeah.
I was enjoying it. I was zipping around,
Yeah.
shooting other people, killing them,
Mm.
stopping the Liberation Front for the
Ah.
Rubicon. The Rubicon
Did you love being
Liberation Army.
Did you love being a mercenary?
Hey,
Right, that you're
I'm
mercenaries.
just doing
in
a
that game.
job.
Yeah.
I'm just doing what they paid
highest
me
bidder.
Yeah, you're fighting guys that are like, aren't you tired of being a dog? Fighting
Yeah.
for the oppressors? And I'm
Yeah,
buddy,
yeah.
I'm just money that just
I'm
pay
just
me. To
yeah.
do
This is a 9 to 5 for me.
Yeah.
I love that idea. I wish more aspects of our lives could, like, you could say that. Like, I would be at work and I could just like work for the competitor the next day and go like, I'm sorry, buddies. It's like, I'm just
Hey.
doing a job.
You
Just
can
doing
do
my
that.
job.
No, you can't because they put in the contracts that you can't do that. But
How are they going to find out?
by finding out?
Yeah, don't let them find out.
So you're saying it's my fault that I'm not doing that?
Well,
Yes.
I mean, that is the incentive of crime, getting away with it.
But that's
the ability
not.
to do it, and it's all fine, actually.
I'm talking about that it's not a crime to do it. Like you can just do it.
No, but you'll get in trouble.
Yeah, you get in trouble.
Is what I
but
mean. It might not be
yeah.
a crime, but
But I was thinking,
you do
the
it in a way
capitalism
we get away with it.
would work better if you could just go. I just got paid. Well, yesterday.
I agree. I agree, dude. I think it would be cool
Yeah.
if you could just be
Yeah.
like, "Hey, don't ask me, man. I'm just doing my job.
Yeah, I already.
That'd be fine.
I'm just
You
doing
made
what they
a-
pay me to."
You paid me
I think
$100.
you can easily get these kinds of sayings in your life to come up naturally if you just become like, like somebody who evicts people from houses, or
Oh,
Yeah.
a repo man.
yeah, like some kind of bailiff.
Yeah.
Basically anybody who has to subjugate is the kind
Yeah.
of person that gets to say,
Or like
"Hey,
a
I'm just
police
doing my
officer
job."
or something, you know?
Yeah, I'm just doing my job here, pal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like, it's just a 9 to 5 for me is you just like assault a homeless man.
Hey,
Yeah,
look, man,
or like a guy.
I'm just doing my job, okay?
Like a guy that works in the Tesco's, and before people take their shopping out of their carts, you take the cart and you start pushing it back, and you go like, "I'm just doing my job,"
Yeah.
and you're like,
sorry.
"Stop my shopping!" But it's
My
like,
child's
I'm
still
sorry.
in that car.
Sorry, man, I'm just doing my
Sorry,
job.
man, I'm just
It's
doing
the
my job.
property of Tesco at this point. The child
This is
too.
Tesco's child now. He's gonna take
Possession.
my place when
got-
he's old
he's
enough.
got- yeah,
I
I
named him.
trained him. I train him. Yeah,
I name him Tesco's team leader.
This
yeah,
is just like Shogun,
yeah.
except
Possession is
instead of a
9/10 of the
child, it's
law.
like a 30-year-old navigator on a boat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't wait.
You know, those Armored Core guys, they do some good games, They do like, Dark Souls. That's a good
Some
game.
games, yeah.
I'm really looking forward to the new DLC for Elden
Indie
Ring.
games. Indie games.
Yeah,
I mean, they
indie
are.
games.
They do release them independently. I'm pretty sure they own
Yeah.
Elden Ring themselves now. I don't think that's a Bandai Namco publishing thing now.
Yeah.
I haven't finished Elden Ring, so I can't say.
Yeah, I thought you did finish it. Didn't we watch you finish it?
I got
You
bored.
were playing it with your brother, weren't you?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, we
There
were
must have
watching
been
it.
I
Someone
know
else,
we
you know.
were playing it together as well, but
Yeah, we
Yeah.
played it a little bit.
I got to Milena and I was like, I tried a couple of times and I was like, this is boring.
it is a long.
And then I-
game.
And then I was like, all right, I'm gonna continue playing the game without defeating her because you don't have to fight her. I think.
yeah, she's
right?
optional.
No,
She's
no,
optional. So then I went to that tree where you're walking on branches,
Mhm.
and I would just get knocked off of them and stuff. And I was like, I'm bored.
Yeah. I get that. That's the same way I felt with Dark Souls 2. I tried to fight like the King's Guard, like second to last boss or something. It killed me a couple times, and I was just like, I'm done.
Yeah.
You
I
know
feel
what?
like
I'm just kind of tired. I wasn't even like mad. I was just like, do I really want to like
yeah, exactly.
fight
It's
these
like no, I-
guys and then some other guy and then a bunch of DLC? I'm like, I've had my fill.
yeah,
I
it's
can
like
stop
I
here.
don't.
I'm good.
There was like zero ominous towards the game with
Yeah,
me
yeah,
going
yeah,
like
so-
I'm just kind of like not feeling it anymore.
You were just
And-
ready for something else.
Yeah, I was just ready for something
I
else.
was getting
and, like,
to that place with Elden Ring as well, but I think I had so many other people who were also playing it that it kept spurring me on.
yeah, I guess I was playing it way afterwards.
Yeah, exactly.
But another thing, yeah, I was like, just that's and so I haven't even finished the base game, so the DLC is like okay,
Well, that's why I'm hoping the DLC will be a bit more pared back, and that it will be because they're selling it for a bit of money. And from how they've described it, I'm hoping it will be like a nice condensed sort of thing,
experience.
as opposed to like because there's Elden
They
Ring's a bit
didn't
big.
they
They kind of made
didn't
it a
say-
bit big.
Didn't
It's
they say
supposed to
that
be,
it's going to be
independent.
open world again, like open
Yeah,
another new
it's got
map?
its own
Like, yeah.
little zone that you can go around
Yeah.
and stuff.
Apparently, like the leveling thing is different from the main game. Like it has its own in DLC way of
okay.
powering up, so you can do it at
Alright.
kind of any point during the main game rather than
Oh, that's interesting.
post game or whatever.
That's a cool.
And it's
cool way
supposed to
do
be
it.
like an area larger than like the first area of the main game, so it's bigger than
It's supposed to be
Limgrave.
about the same size, apparently, isn't it?
A little
Or just
bit bigger than Limgrave or something.
Yeah.
And also it adds like 8 new weapon types, not even just like new weapons.
Yeah, new
like,
classes.
Entirely
Yeah.
new play styles.
Yeah, you got
in
the
theory.
fisticuffs, guys. You got the fisticuffs.
Yeah,
But
dueling shields and stuff.
I think the thing that like, yeah, I think I guess problem with Souls games, like especially like, you know, the Dark Souls series or like Elden Ring, is the fact that like the story is kind of obtuse in a way, right? You do have
Yeah.
to really pay attention to it to pick it up, right?
It's
you
a
have
very,
to
it's
kind of
very, it's a very
don't-
experiential story.
yeah.
It's
And
like
the
I disagree. I'm
It's
gonna.
kind of inferred.
Well, I understand it perfectly after watching a 2-hour documentary about dragons
yeah.
on Fatty
Oh,
Vidge's
of
YouTube
course.
channel.
Yeah,
Personally,
of course.
so-
Friend of the show.
which is exactly
Uh,
why Primer is my favorite movie, because I didn't get it first, and then I watched a video that told me about what happened.
Explain
And I
now,
was
yeah.
like, oh, now it's good.
yeah, now it's
Yeah.
good.
Oh, now the
Yeah.
movie's good in my
Now
brain.
it makes sense to me
Actually, you
So-
know what? It's probably the smartest movie ever made, and I'm smart for understanding it now.
after the YouTube video. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, you know, finishing at the point is like, I don't feel as connected to the story to continue. That's what
Yeah.
like my conclusion to that was, is of like that. Maybe if I felt a little bit more connected to the journey.
Maybe
you
you would
know,
like
of
Armored
the-
Core 6, dude, because it's like
yeah, because it's shorter in
it's
general,
mission
and it's
based.
mission based too,
So it's
right?
like, you can have all these different builds and see how quickly you can do stuff and achieve objectives and everything. And the story
Right.
is much more in your face in that it's just characters like talking over calls and stuff as cutscenes. So
yeah, exactly. Maybe
you'd
it's
like
just
Armored Core
wait
6.
for it to go on sale when it's like £5
Yeah.
or something.
I got it on Steam because I don't care about
Don't
people
say
with
that.
that. Oh no!
Don't say that.
Fuck.
Don't say that.
I take it back.
You're buying copies bought with stolen credit cards.
The Dead End Sons does not support
yeah.
credit card for theft. and
fraud, yeah, fraud.
All right,
yeah,
it's
theft.
time for Mandela Effect number 2. Delete that. Bleep the site that I bought it from.
Okay. Well,
What site? I actually bought it from Steam.
Yep.
For I actually paid double the price as well.
Can you
Yeah,
edit
can
him
you-
over him saying
can
it
you
instead
give
of him
me a-
saying
yeah.
Steam?
Give
Okay,
me a
hold on.
clean Steam.
All right, Steam.
Nice.
Yeah, edit that over him saying the other one.
Will do.
Yeah,
I mean, what other one?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
yeah, what other one? I said Steam in the first place, and it sounded exactly like the thing I just said a
Yeah.
second ago, because I'm really good at saying Steam.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say Dead
Friend
End
of the
Sons
show, Steam.
does not support credit card forward, and we are sponsored by.
Boo.
No.
We hate credit card.
We're not, we
fraud.
can't. I don't think we can actually say that we're
Unofficially
sponsored by someone we're
sponsored.
not. Oh yeah, of course. The material we talk about is technically sold to us by Steam, so
And
it's
let me tell you, if
technically
any of
us.
if Steam, if any of the things we've said in this episode have
Gabe,
offended
no.
you, please make sure to leave a comment on YouTube at Dead Ensigns or email us deadensigns@gmail.com. And hey, while you're listening to the episode, why don't you rate it if you can on your podcast app of choice,
Yeah.
and even subscribe, and then you can get more episodes to find out if we said any other things about Steam that you don't like.
Exactly.
Yeah, and
What
maybe
if-
tune in next week when maybe
What if
we'll
Steam
talk more
really
about
likes the
Steam.
Flash?
Exactly.
Oof.
Let us know, Gabe.
Let-
Newell.
Gabe yourself. Please email us at deadensigns@gmail.com and let us know if you love the Flash.
Mm-hmm. I've been Ben, and this is my friend Max, and guest Stu.
Yeah, that's me.
Hey, nice to be on.
Signing off. Farewell.
Bye.
See you later.
It's shorted out, sir. We're gonna have to phaser it.
Then what are you waiting for?
Right away, sir.
Faster would be better, Ensign.
I can't, sir. We don't want to...
That's enough.
But, sir...
Stand aside, Carlton. I'm going through. You're alive. Good.